to list them? The effects of criticals?
Yes, yes.
Okay. Number one is that his armor score drops by 1 if he had one. Number two, regardless of how much damage was done, um, it's a debilitating injury, and debilitating injury drops their combat score by an arbitrary amount, -1 to -3, whatever you say. Um, they may
Okay.
be momentarily stunned or overwhelmed. Um, and so you can basically, like, for example, you ruled that the snake was stunned when I hit it with a critical.
Okay,
So,
that's right.
so if it's
That's
stunned,
right.
then what happens is that they lose the next attack phase, whether it's this turn or the next, whatever combat attack phase they have, they lose. They lose it. That's if you decide they're stunned. I don't know if a skeleton can be stunned. Maybe the stunning it just doesn't apply. That's up to you.
That's a good. I don't think that looking at the small bestiary in this, I don't think that it says anything about that being like an ability.
Yeah,
Like
but it's up to you. I
because
mean,
it's an
do
undead
you
that
want? I mean, it's
yeah.
you're the director. When the skeleton is hit, do we get a reaction shot from it or not? And if we don't, then he doesn't
Well,
get
yeah. In
stunned.
this case, yeah, definitely, and that's what the Darkurthe Mastery sections all say. It's the DM's
So you
discretion.
just
Basically, he falls backwards from the attack, and yeah, this next round he's going to be stunned.
okay. So he
He's
loses
going to lose
his
one round.
right. He loses his
You got to do something if
right. Okay,
yeah,
gotcha.
if he didn't get killed from that roll, then because that was a good roll. So
Yeah. Okay. So then
all right,
so
so
that
roll
is
a-
all of your dudes, and now skeleton one is engaged by Palamuse, and skeleton four is currently not engaged by anybody and is free to act as it sees fit. So so you can resolve for the skeletons number one and number four.
there he is. Misplaced the skeleton. Okay, very visual thinker here. I
No, that's
apologize.
fine. No, you're good. You're good. Just,
Okay.
uh-huh.
Okay. So the fourth skeleton is going to attack. I tell you what. I'm gonna roll. Let's see.
Well, let's. So this is
Okay.
skeleton number four. Who?
Odds or evens.
Oh, I'll take.
It's going to attack one of you.
Sure, I'm even.
And just choose odd. All right. Comes after you, Hanu. And is going to roll.
Now, what's
just raises up
what's
that
its combat ability?
arm up like that.
What's its combat ability? We'll compare it with mine.
1.
Okay. So it gets 0 to its roll.
Okay, in this situation, since y'all both have 1,
0
does that mean that there's no bonus? Is that how that works?
Correct. You just
it just makes you even
for that. Right. Roll d20 for that skeleton, and tell me what he gets. The raw dice roll. No bonus.
We just rolled a 3, so
rolled a 3.
No
oh
bonus.
My God. Okay, so that's going to be kind of fun. According to this,
that's a whiff.
Yeah, when you. Oh, okay. So he doesn't fumble. It's got to be 1 or less. Okay, well that's good on him. So he's got to miss. Well, cool. And so then what about skeleton number 1 who is fighting Palamuse?
Oh, that's right. Okay. Okay. He cackles at Palamuse for missing.
Oh,
with his cold black.
These guys are highly.
Yeah, he's got black, skeletons. Greasy black. Yes, very. Oh, that's right. He doesn't get a bonus at all, so he rolls a 10, which is a miss.
As well. Okay. All right. So next up is me. And I am going to, since I also have no bonus, I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to put my back to Pixie, and I am going to. I'm just going to try and keep this thing busy. So I'm going to put my back to Pixie, so that I'm in between her and this skeleton, and comparisons made. Rolls D20. Attack deal parry. Okay, I should have done this in response to its attack, which is a parry. And it would have used up my action, which is kind of what I think I want to do. Shoot, I'm trying to be clever here, and I really, really wish I had used parry. Can I try a parry on that incoming attack? Is that all right?
Oh yeah.
Because what I'm saying is that I should have used the parry on the one that I was dealing with, but I messed that up. I just let it miss me. Then there's all kinds of interesting things that can happen.
Yeah. Well, I like the idea of that, and I think that would, it just kind of add a different, and that's one reason I like this particular system. That's going to add an element to the overall combat to give it it has a good feel to it,
Okay. So do I?
If it's just constantly just rolling.
Right. So yeah, I agree. So anyway, so do I get it? Can I roll that parry, because it can have a special effect?
Oh yeah, do it. Absolutely.
Oh my God, I do it again. I get a 20. And I have now. That's a plus.
That's great.
That's a plus. I wish I'd done the attack now. But anyway, so I did it with parrying, and the point is that I roll the 20, and it's plus 0 because of the combat comparison, and a 20 on a parry is a disarm. So basically, what I do is I basically whip that skeleton's sword away from him. So he is a disarmed skeleton. That is, I believe, if it's the one coming in on me, that's number 4.
That is so cool. That is so cool.
And that business about shifting to put my back to Pixie, I'm sticking with that. Because I'm allowed up to 3 feet of movement.
All right.
Pixie's
so
next.
That doesn't really change a whole lot as far as what happened otherwise anyway. So that's perfect. Yeah, Pixie, what do you want to do?
Wait, no, I'm wrong. Hanu, I was next, and then the next one is skeleton number 2.
Correct.
Skeleton
number
2
2
is currently damaged and fighting.
Skeleton number 2.
Yeah. The parry kind of screwed timing up in the timing, so sorry about that. Skeleton number 2, fighting Rella, slightly damaged.
That's he misses, and when he misses, it's a screech, like just really angry. I missed, and he's got these really greasy, black, darker than black eyes, just piercing right into you. You're next.
The more frustrated these skeletons are, the happier
I'm going to miss you next.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what happened. Now, finally, sorry, Robbie, it is now Pixie's go.
Yeah, and
all right.
I am going to reach out and attempt to hasten Hanu.
Oh, again, awesome.
Yeah. I always have my my special channeling feather. It's been mercurized, which I think gives me the plus. You've been giving me the +5 on that, and then I've increased my this is my prime power of haste, which I increased to level 2, so that gives me another 2 to add to this.
Right, but you didn't. But you didn't set up the channel for it, though.
No, it does.
Oh, it does. Okay.
Yeah, the haste is the prime power that I started with.
Okay, I see.
Right?
Cool. So you don't have to roll to channel it like you did for the gate. Okay, got it.
Correct. Yeah, this is already kind of set to go.
All right.
it does have the -7 for the casting, and I did mistake. I need to specify a duration, and I'm gonna when it says a turn, I mean, is that just a combat turn? Is that
in
what
our
it's?
Case, nobody here has a combat ability of 4 or over.
Mm-hmm.
So if we did, then we would have to worry about attack phases within a turn. But we don't. So for us, an attack turn is like a classic role-playing game where we each get 1 attack or action.
Right.
If we had a couple of circumstances. One is if you've got a combat ability of 4 or higher, then you get more attacks in a turn, and you have to split the turn into phases. But we don't have to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And furthermore, if anybody in the initiative order had a difference of 10, then they get a free attack on somebody.
Right.
And that applies to one of our characters, and I will talk about that when we get there.
Yeah, because I need to specify duration. It could be a turn, minute, or hour.
Okay. A turn is basically 1 exchange of attacks for everybody.
Right. How many turns are in a minute? Do we know that?
Are you being a pain?
But look, that's going to be depending on how many. That's going to be
important here, right? Clearly, longer is going to make it harder. How many minuses do you want on this thing?
The thing is, the minus
first roll you made with magic that's on a break even. Go with it, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm gonna what I can do? Turn is 0, and I can specify a number of turns, and it's just added willpower, modification. So it's not going to affect the number that I roll. It's just going to be how many willpower I go down.
Up to you. So, I'd say go for just 1 turn. Let's
I'll go for 2. I mean, an extra little willpower drain is not going to make a difference.
Okay.
So let me see.
So you're breaking even on the roll though, so it's just a raw roll, correct?
Correct.
Right.
Correct. Boy, the channeling table. I rolled pretty well. I rolled a 16.
Ooh, isn't it 17 or higher?
It's 18 or higher. You need an 18 or higher. God, so I wasn't too far off. But that's a fizzle. What?
Oh, it fizzles. All right then.
Oh.
And that means
you lose your willpower anyway, I think.
Right.
Okay. Cool.
Right. And
all right, then. So Pixie
and what is the
spell? All right, here comes skeleton number 6, which I believe has been unaccounted for until this time.
Yeah. 6 is. I can't remember the one that has a 5 initiative.
That's the one we're talking about.
So I guess it's probably his turn now.
It is his turn.
Let's see. So he is going to, since Hanu has got a attacker, he's not going to double up. He's going to come after Pixie.
Okay.
And Pixie, you've got a combat of 1. Combat ability.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
All right then. So we just got a straight roll. If it can stay on the pad. Okay, he rolled a 4, which not a good roll. He's
also a miss. Yeah.
Whiffing.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So finally, we come, skeleton number 3 would have been next, but he is currently disintegrated. We have skeleton number 5 who lost his attack.
Yes.
So that's a stunned skeleton. So that brings us to the end.